So I was thinking about this, and then I realized I actually wrote a newsletter on this exact same topic back in October. And I don't know if I introduced myself, but hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Spivey J here on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. All right, so for today's topic, I want to talk about reneging on yourself. If you were to think about what the most important game amongst foundational Black Americans, it would be Spades. I learned how to play in geometry in 9th grade. Like, I literally learned how to play that game in school. After I did my work, still made it in the class, I don't play that. But that's neither here nor there. If you've ever been in a Black American household during a barbecue, a celebration, the adults, when I say adults, I mean growing up, they were playing spades. But I didn't learn how to play myself until I was 14 years old. Spades is like this rite of passage game in our community. And it's a 4-player game, and 2 players are on the same team. So it's all about the suits. It's all about it's a very simple game. It's not difficult at all. But that isn't the important part of the game. The important part of the game is to play your hand correctly, because your partner is trusting that you, one, count your books correctly, and more importantly than that, that you do not renege on the team. Don't renege. That was the first time I ever heard that word. How can I explain this? Okay, so why am I explaining spades? Look, y'all about to get this lesson, okay? So all the cards are dealt. Some people play with the deuces, some people don't play with the jokers, whatever the case is, but just like traditional spades. So say for instance, oh my god, I can't believe I'm explaining spades on here. Should I be telling people about our game, y'all? Okay, no. So essentially, I'll just go do one hand. So if the first person who won the last round, they are to play the next round first. So they say that, for instance, they lay out a ace, a diamond. So everyone else has to lay out a diamond if they have it in their hand. If they don't have it in their hand, they can cut it with a spade if they have one. And if they do have one, I would suggest cutting it with a low spade, because you want to keep your high spade cards for later. But if they don't, or if they don't want to use their spades just yet, they can play another suit. But if you have a diamond, you must play that card. Okay, so say for instance, boom, the person that just won the last round is not on your team. They put out an ace of diamond. The other person that's on your team played next. They put out a 5 of diamonds. So you already know that it's dependent on you to win, because they got an ace. Nothing can beat an ace of diamond if the play is diamonds except a spade. So boom, first person that's on the other team, ace of diamond. Your teammate got a 5 of diamond. The other teammate has a 4 of diamonds. So it's all up to you. You like, man, I want to win this book, and you're not thinking. You like, boom, throw out a 4 spade. You automatically won. But even though ace is the highest diamond, spade cuts it. I can't believe I'm explaining this on YouTube. So boom, y'all get that book. Next round, you leading. Boom. And your teammate looking at you like, yeah, like, we got this. And then comes round, we'll say round 6. And all the spades are being played at this time. And you come out with a 7 of diamond, a 7 diamond. When I tell you nobody forgets, no one will forget that the diamond was played earlier and you won that book. But you reneged. And your teammate's gonna curse you out. The other team is gonna get to take all y'all books, and it's just gonna be this loud, fun commotion. You're gonna have people in the back talking junk, and hey, that's my people. That's how we are. All right, that's a little insight if you're not familiar. With that said, what the heck does that have to do with your channel, Spivey? Because over here we talk about transformation, mindset mastery, getting more fulfillment out of life, living rich on purpose, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. What does that have to do? So I wanted to give you that visual, because I want you to think about all 4 of those players at the table, and each one is a different part of you. You over here are your physical self. Over here you have the decision maker version of yourself. Over there you have the action taker version of yourself. And over here you have the one that's thinking, doing all the thinking. I don't know, whatever. Imagine if you reneged on yourself. Now in a game of spades, that's one thing. But if you're dealt a hand, you have to play that hand as best as you can. Ooh, bar. And the only person that's playing at this table that's going to win or lose are both you, different aspects of you. So if you renege, you're affected. So why would you do that to yourself? Why would you clown your own self in front of the other parts of you? That's not only disruptive to your goals, that's not only disruptive to your plan, that's not only disruptive to your goals, that's disruptive to your chemistry in your body, because you're going to lose trust in yourself. You're going to lose confidence in yourself. It may be funny in a game with other people because it's a card game, but then the game of life is not funny, because you are doing all this work to build yourself up, and then when it's time to make a decision, take action, embody the mentality necessary to you to hold the capacity on your destination, and then you renege on yourself. Imagine that. So that's why I wanted to explain the game of spades. I want us to get out of the habit of reneging on ourselves. You should be trustworthy to yourself more than anyone else. You should be able to make a decision. You should be able to then take action on that decision. You should be able to improve your mental capacity to hold all of it together, so that when something floods or when there's a drought, which is inevitable because life is going to hit hard, you can't predict it and you don't know the severity of it, you are unshakable. You are unwavering. Okay? This is your purpose. This is your calling. You didn't get the downloads just because all willy-nilly. I know I started off fun, cool, it's a game, but sometimes we have to correlate these things into life. Think about how important Monopoly has played and how capitalism is now operating. We grew up playing Monopoly. Now they playing in our face with this money, this fake, this Monopoly money. I have to take a moment to really digest it, because this is not a game. This is not a drill. This is your life, and I want you to take it seriously. Not only are you valuable, not only are you worthy, not only are you destined for greatness, you deserve all of it. Okay? This is coming from the heart, but also I want you to realize when you renege on yourself, you're making the choice of a loser. I know you're not a loser. I know you don't want to be a loser. And I know you deeply know, although being a loser means you're holding yourself less accountable and other people are not depending on you more and more, that you don't want to be in that position. You want to be in a position to win. You want to be in a position to at least progress and get to the next step, because no one knows all the answers wherever they may be in their journey. Even the people that you're looking at, that you aspire to be similar to them in whatever shape, form, or fashion, don't even have all the answers. Most of the times the answers don't come until you've gone that way and you can look back. So my question is, when are you going to choose a better teammate? When are you going to work on your decision-making skills? When are you going to work on your procrastination? Talking to myself. When are you going to work on how you take action and how long you are willing to stay? What's your staying power? A lot of us have started so many projects. This week, 7 of the new year, we've started so many projects. So many people have started so many projects towards their vision boards, towards their dreams, towards their goals. But the plan was faulty, or the plan didn't work how it worked from someone else. So you already quit. It makes no sense. Your decisions are your teammates, and they'll either take you to that next level or not. But it's all up to you. So how do you want to play the hand that you were dealt? We're going to cry about it? No, we're too grown for that. We're not having toddler tantrums. We are adults. Okay? You are creative. Everything is figure outable. What's her name? Marie. Oh my gosh. She was like an OG blogger. She probably still is a blogger, personal development. Like her focus, she's been on her, I've been following her since the beginning of times, probably like 2011. She always had this saying, I don't know if she still says it, I don't even know if she's still out, but she always used to say everything is figure outable. So you have to prime your brain to start thinking that way. How can I figure this out? It's going to require you to be creative, but it's not going to require you to renege on yourself, okay? Reneging on yourself is like making unwise decisions. Like you are literally looking at the cards in your hand. You see, or you should be paying attention to at least every single card. You should know it without even having to look every single time. And then you go and play the wrong card, pushing yourself back, giving all of the wins to the other team, aka not you. What that does is it pulls you out of alignment with yourself. Like I said earlier, you going to diminish the quality of your life because you aren't paying attention or you aren't playing correctly. This is not a drill. I don't think this is a test life. I think this is like the one. And I want you to have the best one that you can possibly imagine come true. I want you to have so much joy, so much love, so much peace. And a lot of that is on the other side of discipline. If you think about freedom, right? Financial freedom, location freedom, whatever, being able to move your body, having your health and your wellness intact. If you think about it, it sounds like you should be able to wake up and spontaneously have all of that, but most of it is on the other side of discipline. It's actually the opposite of what you would default to. Most of what we want and what we seek out is on the other side of discipline. Right? Freedom sounds like chaos, right? You can do anything when you want at any time, at any place, no rules apply. But in actuality, that is going to be the detriment, okay? You're going to have to govern yourself. And a lot of what you need, not a lot, mostly all of it is on the other side of discipline. How do I know? Because my dreams, my goals said, if you want me, come and get me. And guess what it was on the other side of? A big old barrier that said discipline. Get with it or get gone. Stay right on this side. Right? So I had to make wiser decisions. I had to come to the conclusion that this is not going to be comfortable. Also, anytime you're learning something new, you're doing something out of your ordinary, there's a learning curve. Meaning you're not going to get it the first time. You may start off with beginner's luck, but for sustainability and longevity purposes, you are going to have it embedded into your habits, embedded and integrated into your lifestyle until it is the standard. Think about a 2-year-old that you're trying to get to brush their teeth. They don't understand that they need to do this because for the health of their teeth, they're going to lose their teeth anyway, especially if they know that they will come back and say that to you. These teeth are going to fall out anyways. Why does it matter? And they are absolutely right. Why does it matter? But you as an adult, you know that it matters because we've seen what not brushing your teeth leads to. Also, gum health or oral health is linked to so many different ailments that you should be brushing your teeth. You should be brushing your teeth. You should be doing, flossing. You should be rinsing your mouth out. Peroxide, clove, whatever concoctions. I don't know. Probably not Listerine. Probably not that spicy mouthwash, but you should be taking care of your dental, your oral health, your oral hygiene. But that's where you're all like, what? You don't know what oral hygiene is. But it was a struggle. So anyway, it was a struggle to get them to brush their teeth every day and night. And then when you do get them, you're mostly convincing them with this sugary toothpaste that really doesn't do anything. And all they want to do is just eat the toothpaste and not brush their teeth. That 2-year-old is now you. Guess what you do every day? Hopefully. Every day you wake up, you brush your teeth. And before you go to bed, you brush your teeth. Like, you're not even thinking about it. It's automatic. Why? Because it embedded into your habits. It embedded into your lifestyle. If someone say, what did you do today? 10 times out of 10, I can 100% guarantee you're not going to say I brushed my teeth. You're only going to probably say the things that you did out of the norm. Like if you went to a different restaurant. First, you're not saying you brush your teeth. You're not going to say you wipe your behind. Why? Because it's a part of you. So think about these things that I'm teaching like that. And this is what I had to do. This is how I lost 50 pounds. This is how I am going on the next part of my weight loss journey. This is how I started a business. This is how I am continuing to grow that business with this mindset. And this is how I'm going to sustain. Longevity is very important to me. I'm not building something. I don't want a quick fix a flat. Quick fix a flat. I don't want that type of business. I also don't want that type of body. That's for me because I want to see how good it can get. And I know it can get real good. I know for me it can get real good. It's because of my mindset. But my mindset is still being trained every day and challenged every day. Life didn't stop because you have a goal or a plan. Life dealt you those cards. How you going to play them, baby? How are you going to play those cards? How are you going to play the hand you were dealt? It sucks that our parents can't save us anymore. It sucks that we can't pray our problems away. All of this stuff sucks. Trust me, I know. I wish it was just that easy, like the movies used to make it seem like. At the end of every movie, it was always a happily ever after. Baby, this not a drill. This your real life. This not a movie. If you want to make it a happily ever after, first off, we don't even know where that goes and what that means, to be honest. Because when they went off into the sunset, then what happened? What did they have for breakfast? Did they have a... No, seriously, but we have to take consistent, intentional action, right? And also, we have to worry about our own fairy tales. But we have to actually do the work. You have to do the work. If you're scared, this ain't for you. Don't sit at a table. You can't play this game if you're scared. If you're not ready to do the work, find something else to do. Go over there at the kids' table. And then, most importantly, if you ready to do the work, you sit at the table, you ready to play, please cover it in prayer, whoever that is for you, with you, about you, that got your back. Please. All right. This is very important. I know everyone likes to focus on the state of the world, right? And I'm not saying that to make a mockery of it. I know it's very serious. At the same time, we, the collective, have a very important role to play in our future. And I feel like if you're focused on one side, you will have a one-sided viewpoint. If you're focused on another side, same is true. But if you zoom out and focus on the totality, macro, okay, the focus on the totality, then you can begin to see, one, how you can contribute with the holistic approach. Holistic, not one-sided, not selfish, holistic, okay? This is how you alleviate yourself from the shackles of anyone else's control. Choosing my words wisely. This is how you release yourself from the shackles of anyone else's control. Anyone else can be another individual, but oftentimes it's codependency. Oftentimes it's addictions. Oftentimes it's environments. And most of the time it's mindset. You have to master your mind. So start looking at yourself as a wise decision maker. Stop looking at yourself as a bench warmer. It's time to get in the game. The world needs exactly what you have. That's why I'm making these videos every day. I'm trying to get the enlightened ones to be empowered, to take action. I know how it is when you have a lot of, you can see the big picture. And it's tiresome trying to always convince everyone to be lifted up. No, lift yourself up. And if everyone lift themselves up and empower themselves and truly live at their maximum capacity as best as you can with the floods and the droughts of life, things that are out of your control. Like I said, this may be selfish, but I truly do believe in world peace. Call me crazy, call me cuckoo, whatever. I truly believe that we can achieve world peace. So that's just me. That's the standpoint that I'm coming from. But you have to be called out. You have to be called out because your current stance is either you're not playing or you're playing unwise and choosing to be a loser, even though you could just simply pay attention to the hand you were dealt, and or you're not creative enough. You're not creative enough. See another way. I highly suggest that even if you don't play spades and you have no idea what game I'm talking about, play chess. Learn how to play chess. I started learning how to play chess last year for the first time ever in my life with my children. We joined a chess club. Me and my whole family, all of us, my husband too, we joined a chess club as a part of our homeschool, and we learned how to play chess. We went to the club, we went home and we watched a YouTube video, very rules-based, understood, boom, started playing. The best way to learn how to play chess is to get the basic rules and to start playing, and then you follow the rules, and then you can get creative and you can learn the strategies. Learn how to play chess. Learn how to play chess. That's it. Learn how to play. That's not it of the video, but learn how to play chess. You may not want to know how to play spades because, like I said, that's a foundational Black American cultural game, and everyone needs to know how to play. But I feel like chess is more universal. Chess is definitely more universal and more widespread. Get you a chessboard, I'm telling you. And if you want to learn how to play chess, go on YouTube and look up teach kids how to play chess, because baby, talk to me like I'm a child, because I have no idea what's going on. It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all, and it's really fun. It's a great activity. So anyways, let's talk about how to make the decisions that reflect the kind that you want your partner to take in the game of spades. Okay, so let's talk about how your partner, aka you, can make better decisions for y'all to win. Okay, team effort. So it's real simple. The easy decision will always be there. Boom. I know I can cut this whole play with a spade. Boom. The easy decision is not going anywhere. It's always going to be there. The shiny object syndrome is one of my things that I've had to work on in my real life. Okay, the easy decision is always going to be there. I've seen online where people are like, times are getting tough. How do you make this baking soda? That's just what I've seen online. I've never said that myself. That decision is going to always be convenient. It's going to always be comfortable for the most part. Making the easy decision is always going to be comfortable. It's like, oh yeah, why not? Boom, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Because that doesn't require any thought. So let's make a better decision. So I'm going to run down the list of I'm going to run down the list on how you can make better decisions. I have my newsletter that I'm getting this from and freestyling off of. All right, so pause before you play a card. Pause. All right. Pause before you play a card. Think it through. Every decision is like laying a card on the table. If the game of spades, you can take it back. So that's why you need to pause and double check. If you're not familiar with your hand, double check. Okay. Think it through, because once you play it, you can't take it back. Everybody saw what you had. All right. It's no mistakes. And they are not forgiving. Not even real spades players, even mediocre spades players are not forgiving. Once you lay that card down, that's it. All right. And what you need to do in that pause is just ask yourself, will this take me closer to the goal? Will this take me closer to the dream? Is this a part of the plan? If it isn't a part of the plan, that's not an automatic no, don't play. It's just a let me reflect to make sure that this still contributes in a good way. That's all. Then another way to make better decisions, I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes you gotta change tables, because they over there acting a fool. Change tables, aka in real life what that means is you have to change your environment. If that table is disregarding the rules of the game and it's no fun, or being disrespectful, or just not contributing to you actually having a fun, amazing time while you're still making important decisions, you need to change tables, aka change your environment. That's your internal environment. That's your external environment. Where are you? Who are you hanging around? Are you going to places that everyone is like on zombie mode? Are you hanging around people who are on zombie mode? Do you want to be on zombie mode? Are the people you hanging out with like you, or better than, or what you aspire to be? Like they say, I don't like being the smartest one in the room. If you're the smartest one, if you're always the smartest one in change environments. Change environments. All right, the sun's going down. I'm trying to try my best to hurry up. Number 3 is making decisions ahead of time. The worst time to make a decision is on the spot, unless you have to. I mean, life is life, right? But if you can make the decision ahead of time, aka you can group your cards together, like these are all my hearts, these are all my diamonds. I know I'm going to keep referring back to it. That way you can easily glance and see red next to black, next to red, next to black. So your eyes there's no illusion. You can clearly see, and then you can kind of make your decisions and plan ahead of time. Being a better planner is important. You can have all the dreams, but if you don't have a plan, what they say, you're not prepared, you're prepared to fail. Have a plan. Organize as much as you can. Yes, it's going to be inconvenient. It's going to feel awkward. I do good when I do stuff last minute. I do it off the top of my head. I'm sure you do. But now we're moving out of that level of living, and we're going to the next level of living. So making as many decisions as you can ahead of time, or at least organizing, so that when something comes up, you at least have the ducks organized. They may not be in a row, but they organize. Okay? And then the next step in making better decisions is tracking your wins like you track books. So in the game of spades, if you win that round, it's called a book, right? So you keep track of your books. That's how you know who won, how many points they scored, etc., etc. But you need to do that in your real life. Where are you? And I think you should do a whole SWOT analysis, like track both your wins and your losses. This is going to help you make more informed decisions later and see where you are, and also reiterate that this is what I'm good at. This is where I shine. And if something is reoccurring, then whoop, there it is. You on the path towards your dream of winning. You're on the path towards your dream of winning. And most importantly, in spades, you want to play the long game. Don't take yourself out second round. I'm going to try to. I know. Here we go again. You want to play the long game. So in spades, one bad hand doesn't end the game, but a bad play will. So what you need to do is be okay with that. You can't win every single one. However, what you can do is you learn, you adapt, and you come back smarter. You come back wiser, okay? You come back more strategic. Decision making is the same. Decision making is the same way. You may not always win, but you'll choose better. You'll play better. You'll adapt. That's the most important part. You can't predict other people's hands. You can't predict what's going to be thrown at you. You can't predict things that are literally out of the control of any human being. But what you can do, what you should do, is play the long game. All right. Basically, playing the long game means that you're in it to win it. You're not in it to win it fast, quicker than everyone else. It's a marathon, not a race. Also, be mindful. This is your life. It's not compared to anyone else's. No one else was born the exact same day and time, even if you're a twin, exact same day and time, with every single DNA, with every single experience, with every single thing exactly like you. You are unique. You are special. So play your hand as best as you can for you. But stop choosing to be a loser. Stop choosing to be a loser. And most importantly, stop trying to shortcut your way to greatness. Because once you get there, if something happened and you lost it all, you want to be able to get it back. I pray you don't lose anything. I pray you get everything you want. I pray you get everything you deserve. I pray you get as much fulfillment in this life that you can handle, plus 5 more. Whatever that means for you. I pray that you live a rich life on purpose. I'm talking about mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. All right. And if that resonates with you, make sure you subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. Over on my channel, we are building our dream life brick by brick. And every single video is a brick. Every single video is a brick. Ooh, that was interesting. So yeah, so I just wanted to share some culture with you guys, but also just like kind of relate it back to our everyday life and how we can just, knowing that you were dealt a hand in this life, you have the authority to use your creativity to make it work for you. I want you to make it work for you. Make it work for you as best as you can. Take responsibility and work your plan. Bars. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Spivey J. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have something you would like to share, what's a cultural game that you would like to share below? Where is it from? Where are you in this world? Welcome. Hey, hello. Links are in the description for anything that I talk about. I'm not too sure. Again, my name is Spivey J. Have a wonderful day. Peace.
You're beautiful. I hope you know that.
That was so weird. Hello, my name is Spivey J. Thank you for joining me today. Today's video, we're gonna talk about